One of the senior advisors to Donald Trump, and also his family member, predicted a landslide victory on Fox News, a landslide victory for 2020, and this really shows a deep disconnect from reality.
I think people are going to be very surprised in 2020 about the numbers when it comes to this president. I think minorities are going to vote for this president. More women are going to vote for this president than did in 2016. We think it's going to be a landslide victory, and I really do have a strong feeling that the media is going to miss it again, but that's okay. They can keep.
What do you think of the Democrats right now? I remember you saying to me early on, you can just sit back and grab the popcorn and watch the debates and laugh because they're basically going to blow themselves up. Is that what you're seeing?
I mean, I think anyone who's watched these debates it's pretty clear. I mean, the ideas that are being proposed, if you contrast them with the success that you've seen under this president and his administration, you've seen economic success that has been unparalleled in the history of this country in many aspects, the lowest unemployment we've ever seen in this country for many folks. Contrast that with the Democrats who want full government control of everything. They want open borders. They want to abolish ICE and anti-law enforcement. It's a very clear choice, I think, when you break it down. Do you want to continue the success that we've seen over the past 2.5 years under this president? Or do you want to change? And you know what, Trish, if you decide you don't want to go to work tomorrow, I'll subsidize your life. I'll go ahead and pay for you. That is not how America is built. This president has always believed in bringing back the American dream. It's happening for people right now, and I think people are going to want to see that continue. No.
They're getting overconfident. They're absolutely getting overconfident. There were many reports behind the scenes in 2016 that it was the opposite. And they really thought going into Election Day they weren't going to win. Again, that's not me saying it. There are a lot of reports from people around them. And of course, the Hillary team was the exact opposite. They were overconfident. And when the results kept rolling in, they were surprised. And so as a result of winning the last election, now the conventional wisdom has become he's totally undefeatable. You can't beat him. He's Teflon Don. Not only can they not bring him down with Mueller and all these other things, but you just can't beat him in an election. So that's now the conventional wisdom. And I've seen 1,000 articles that are hilariously giving Democrats the exact wrong advice. They keep telling them, come on, man. Oh, if we go with the moderate, Trump will definitely lose. But if we go with the far lefty, oh my God, then you're guaranteeing another 4 years of Trump. And of course, they get it exactly wrong. But the Trump team on their own are now overconfident. It's not just, the rest of the DC bubble who thinks you can't beat them. So look at the arguments that she made, or the lack thereof. She's bringing up, economic success is unparalleled. By the way, she did this on a day where the market had the biggest plunge it's had in years. The market absolutely tanked over the past few days. Now, is this the big crash? I don't know. I don't know if it's the big one, but I can tell you this. There is a big one coming, and I've been warning you about it for years now because our economy is just a house of cards. Now, a lot of what happened is tied to basically, not only is there a little bit of a trade war going on with China, but now there's also an issue with currency manipulation where they devalued their currency, and that led to panic in the markets, and there was a giant plummet in the market. I think the market lost 3% back-to-back days. Giant plunge. So it's just hilarious that on the day that the thing that Trump uses as his main argument for his economic success, on the day she's bragging about that, it's tanking. So massively overconfident. The idea that, the American dream is back and we have economic success. How many times have I given you guys the numbers? I've told you so much that you could recite them without me even being here. 76% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. Half of American workers making $30,000 a year or less. 93,000 jobs outsourced under the Trump administration. Wages still stagnant. So productivity is through the roof, but the wages are stagnant. Tremendous numbers of people underemployed. So they like to bring up the low unemployment numbers, but people are underemployed. So it's the gig economy. So, I'll get this job, I have a degree, but the degree is now fucking useless. I'll go drive an Uber and whatever happens. And they're bragging about this, man. And it's ridiculous. We know that people are still in this anti-establishment, anti-corruption mood. And people are looking for somebody who's willing to come in there and make serious changes. And Donald Trump and his team are overconfident, thinking they're going to win, to the point where they're now going with "Keep America Great" as the 2020 slogan. They were debating it previously. Now they seem to have settled on "Keep America Great," or at least Trump himself has in his rallies. If you go with "Keep America Great," well, good luck to you. Because people are going to go, wait, what? What? It didn't... But I didn't... nothing changed for me. What do you mean, keep it great? You said you're going to fix everything, but nothing changed for me. So look out. They are getting overconfident. And her explanation of the Democrats' viewpoint, it's like they take the most caricatured version of their opponents and they just run with it. They want full government control of everything. What? Nobody ever said that on the left, ever. No politician on the left, nobody running said, "I'm running on full government control of everything." The few things that they're saying should be rights and should be off the table are only the same things that every other developed nation has concluded, oh, those are the things that should be rights and should be off the table. It's just beat that straw man day in and day out. And then we get the classic, they support open borders. Except none of them have said anything about open borders. None of them. Yet again, the furthest anybody has gone is Julian Castro saying we should change border crossings, illegal border crossings, from a misdemeanor, which is what it is now, to a civil offense. So that means it's still illegal, but it's in a slightly lower category because they want to stop the family separations. Now, mind you, the family separations also are opposed by Donald Trump. He says he's against them. So along comes Julian Castro saying, okay, let's make that happen. Here's how we do that. And all of a sudden you're like, open borders. You're in favor of open borders? But they're not. Nobody said that. You just said that. So they don't see, this is the thing, man. And this is why they're in trouble. When you're arguing against Hillary Clinton in a debate, okay, that's pretty easy. Because what did Trump do? Exactly what he did. Oh my God, she's corrupt. Oh my God, release the Goldman Sachs transcripts. Oh my God, why were you supportive of NAFTA? Why did your husband pass NAFTA? And just go down a list. Hit her on it. Oh my God, you supported the Iraq War. Oh my God, it's so easy. Hit her over and over and over and over. And it worked. What are you going to do when you're up against Bernie Sanders? What are you going to do? He supports open borders. No, I don't. I called it a Koch brothers proposal years back, and I still believe that to this day. Venezuela. No. Sweden. Norway. You want to make everything free. No, I just want to make healthcare and college free because other developed countries have done that, and it massively, massively helps people. Why don't you want to make those free? Those are common sense. Venezuela again. They got nothing. And my other favorite lazy talk point, open borders they go with, but then the other one is anti-law enforcement. What the fuck? Imagine that was like written in as a plank on Bernie's website. It just says like, there's like Medicare for all, and then there's an explanation, and it says anti-law enforcement. And it says like, fuck the police, bro. Fuck all law enforcement up in this bitch. See, this is what I mean. If you are so intent on just telling your opponent what they believe and then slapping that down, you're going to get shredded when they're actually in front of you. And that's what's going to happen. And they're overconfident. I'm telling you, they're overconfident. And the final thing is, you know they have nothing when they go to, they want to just have people sit on the couch and just have them subsidized all day. Again, nobody ever said that. Ever. At all. Nobody said that. Nobody said do absolutely nothing all the time and we'll pay for you. They argue based off of the dumb old stereotypes of what a lefty is. Like, oh, you're anti all forms of work. or something. Literally, some lefties are pushing for a job guarantee. That is the exact opposite of sit on the couch all day and do nothing and we'll subsidize you. And you're the ones who are not in favor of a job guarantee. Now, by the way, I actually think that's a debatable policy, but it's just hilarious that some people on the left push for a job guarantee and the people on the right are like, you're anti-work. And that's proven because you want to give everybody a job. You gotta sharpen your propaganda here, Laura. I don't know how the fuck to say your name, and I don't care. You're irrelevant, but you gotta sharpen your propaganda because it's embarrassingly stupid. And I think on some level you know that, which is why you have to do your silly, like, women for Trump is wonderful. See, we have women who support Trump. Wow, so inspiring, so special for you to spew bullshit about the other side and pretend like it's serious.